So Brad Curlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, talked about how XRP could be priced at as much as $3,748.34 or even $59,873.18 with the global CBDC integration. He also talked about how these new stablecoins that will make it easier to move trillions of dollars on the XRP ledger will also make XRP more valuable. And well-known crypto expert and analyst, Mr. King Crypto says that you should mark these 4 dates on your calendar for XRP's price charts because they are real. The first one costs $18.57, second one $257.21, third $3,740.34, and the last one is $59,873.18. These numbers came out soon after the US gave institutions and banks the go-ahead to start using XRP for all cross-border and intra-country payments. They also came out soon after Ripple announced that they are in talks with over a dozen governments about developing digital currencies for central banks. Of course, before we start today's movie, we need to let you know about a huge XRP giveaway. Many people should start buying XRP because there is a chance of a huge altcoin bull run. If you haven't already, now is your chance to get XRP for free with no work or money required. You just need to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. After that, you can share this movie. After that is done, you will be let in. Now that that's out of the way, let's start today's movie. Here, Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, is literally telling the public that they have teamed up with a number of central banks around the world. Some of these partnerships have already been announced, but there are still a lot more that haven't been. What does that really mean? He makes it clear that the XRP market price will continue to soar to levels we've never seen before. This will cause the value of XRP to rise almost instantly. The value is going up very quickly because more and more money is entering the XRP system and buying XRP system and buying XRP. This causes XRP's market cap to rise, which in turn causes demand to rise and supply to fall. We're going to make you listen to him, so let's play the video. It could have been released by a central bank. So they're not really solving problems across borders most of the time. They're solving problems in their own country. So I think it's exciting that stablecoins and digital assets released by central banks are becoming more common. It's not clear to me how everything will turn out. You can see that governments are trying new things. Ripple has teamed up with a number of central banks around the world, some of which we've already told you about, some of which we haven't, to test and release their digital assets on the XRP platform as tokens. This makes us happy to work with them. And please keep in mind that Ripple is best at working with big businesses. And the government is just a big business user we don't need to sell to. That's why the idea is interesting. I mean, it's kind of like a really big business customer. We're pretty good at that now that we've done it a lot of times and worked with some of the biggest banks in the world, as well as many smaller payment companies that have grown faster with our technology's help. Always keep this in mind when you look at how XRP works. In the coming years, it will be used to make payments easier between countries in the G7 and BRICS, as well as between the US and other countries. That was made very clear by Brad Garling in this interview, where he said, really, we're working with central banks, we're working with other smaller entities, but we're mostly working with financial institutions and institutions that are important. This kind of place is called an enterprise organization. And if you think about it, countries are really just business organizations, getting to work with them. The same method will be used for both institutions and governments that we are already working with to start the process of implementation. For that reason, we really stress and kind of hint at how we want the US to start using XRP. What makes this video interesting is that, as Brad Garlinghouse himself put it, please allow me to take a moment to tell you that I told you so. I have made several tweets and reports about the information we have been receiving that stress the same exact point. For example, the Federal Reserve is looking at how XRP is used around the world using the ISO 4217 standard. The US Federal Reserve is also planning to start using XRP as its only digital asset, and it will use it to help people make payments through the FedNow system. We also showed you a video of Jerome Powell, the head of the US Federal Reserve, talking about the new fast payment settlement system in the US and how it all relates to XRP. Another strange thing is that the XRP numbers exactly match what they were in 2017, which was that big drop right before a big rise. If you guys want to take a look, these are the exact numbers we're looking at right now. They all show the same kind of correlation. You get that retracement and then you skip that huge crazy pump. I'll also try to zoom in on this. The arrows are clear to see. It's easy to see that there was a huge drop back in 2017 on the same numbers that you see now. In other words, we are seeing the same pattern that finally led to a huge breakout. First Bitcoin, and then the whole altcoin market went up. That's when the altcoin market hit its highest level, if not its highest level ever. But there's a catch. There's been a lot of talk that all the money has been moving to XRP, which is 100% false. When you talk about the Federal Reserve using XRP, they're not going to use the digital asset. Instead, they're going to use the XRP record. This will likely make XRP worth up to $62.75, so there you have it. It is the only DeFi token on the XRP ledger, which is why it will get all $3 trillion or the possible $30 to $50 trillion that will soon be added to the ledger because of the huge stablecoin. Of course, the price of a CTF ticket is going to go from $0.95, $5,374, if it only gets 10% of the trillions of dollars that will flow into XRP. Just think about this: 3 trillion XRP will be added to the ledger, but only 10 billion CTF will be added. That's 374. Now imagine having 20 or 40 billion, like Jack Draper stated. That's about $1,400 per CTF token, which is crazy money and making generations rich right away. This is not my opinion. It is the opinion of Jack Draper Lerp, a real person and XRP expert with over 215,000 followers, who said that the CTF token bags are already full for him and that institutions are ready to jump on the XRP ledger with both feet, especially after the BlackRock pulled the Ethereum ETF and Stacy made the most recent purchases. XRP is the only regulated cryptocurrency, and everyone is in DeFi. They want to find DeFi, and the only DeFi token that is in the top spot is CTF. This means that everyone on the XRP ledger has to use CTF, in fact, while the whole cryptocurrency market is in the red and everything keeps falling apart. CTF token has shown itself to be one of the stronger coins, with massive support levels, and even being up in the green while the market is in the red. We look at resistance levels and very strong support levels, which you can see clearly with the huge green bars you see here. A lot of them means there's very strong support but not much resistance. The token has a total supply of only about 120 million, which means that supply shock could happen at any time. If it did, the token would actually fly. As I said, we could easily see a 1,000 per CTF anytime soon because of how things are going on the XRP system and the fact that there are only 120 million tokens available. The whole store, just to give you an idea, the HEP record and the HSEP slice have a total supply of about 100 billion, while the CTF token has a supply of 120 million. Plus, the CTF token is very new. It's not even listed on a central market yet, and there are only about 2,000 holders. Imagine if it had been able to go up 3,400% in the last couple of weeks. And it's still very new, so it's not like the old centralized markets. We can imagine that this coin would go through the roof once it was listed on a central exchange, caught people's attention, and finally had a lot more holders. This is why, after doing my research, I decided to buy CTF and will continue to do so. I really think that if there's one coin that is about to go crazy and make a ton of money, it has to be the CTF token, and it makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to keep adding, and I'm going to hold on tight here just in case I need to run, because it makes me think of Bitcoin when it was only worth $1. People who held on to their Bitcoins are now multimillionaires because the price has gone up to 60,000. But as always, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. Please don't take my study. In fact, I'll add a link to the CTF token page to the description below to make this point even stronger. They do tell you a lot more, and you can find it on both the Polygon chain and the Accept Your Record. In fact, it's a community-driven project that lets you make passive income. If you hold CTF tokens, you're making passive income while you sleep, which leads to even more passive income, and so on. Naturally, my goal is to build up enough CTF so that my passive income will one day allow me to retire on it alone while still having my assets. In other words, I can still sell my asset, which could be worth hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, and still make between $10,000 and $20,000 a month in passive income. That way, I could still live the way I want to while still being worth what I am because my assets are still there and I don't have to sell them. All right, guys, with that said, I'm going to end the movie now. I hope you all liked it. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, share, and follow on all of my social media sites, tweets,